Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. In this session, we are going to look at one of the functionality of Amazon Redshift, that is Datashare. If you will scroll on the left pane, sharing data in Amazon Redshift. And what is Datashare? A Datashare is the unit of sharing data in Amazon Redshift. Use Datashare to share data in the same AWS account or in different AWS account. So let us understand this with the help of an example, and we'll look at both the scenarios. Let's say I have a Redshift cluster in which a table and a view exist. Now there is another Redshift in which we need this table and view. So instead of creating the same in this Redshift, what we will be doing is we will be using this functionality Datashare, and we will be sharing this table and view with this second redshift. We name it as redshift 2. Now there are two scenarios here. The first one is when the redshift in which the table and view is there, and the second redshift that needs this table and view are in same account. AWS account 1. There is another scenario in which there is a redshift that needs this table and view which is not in the same account. Redshift 3. And this one is in different AWS account. Now one nomenclature that you need to know is the redshift in which the table and view exist. It is called producer. And the redshift that needs this table and view both in same account and different account is known as consumers. Consumer. So yeah, so this is the theory, and now let us see how we can implement the data share and share the table and view with redshifts. We'll look at both the scenarios, that is in the same AWS account and in the different AWS. Now let us implement the first scenario in which the producer and consumer are in same AWS account. So we will first be logged into this producer Redshift cluster using SQL Workbench. So I have already configured here in this AWS account one the producer and the consumer. So I will log in into the producer one. Okay, once logged in, I will zoom in a little bit. So first we will creating the table view and the schema that our data share is going to share. So let us first create a schema. Create schema. Let's say we have sales data. Sales. So here you will see schema is created. I will commit it also. And if I will refresh here, I will see a sales folder or a scale schema is created. Inside this, I will create one table. Create table sales dot sales data. Using this, it will create the sales data table in this sales scheme. Let's say it contains one column called country with a varchar, let's say 30, and color column with a varchar of 20. Close this bracket also. I will run this. So the table is created. I will commit. Let us insert some data into this table also. Insert into this table. Country, color, values. So first country, let's say India, with the color blue. US with color yellow, and let's add one more, UK with the color white. So three rows are added. We'll commit this also. Let us view, select star from our table. So here you will see country and color column with three rows added. Now lastly, we'll create one view also. So we'll write create view inside this sales schema only. Sales dot sales data view as select will select only one column from our table, color from. So the view is also created. We'll commit this. We'll check the view also. Let's start from. So here you will see like a column. Once the schema, table and the view are created, we'll start with the data share. So here you will see that the schema is there, the table we have created, and we have inserted some of the data and the view is created. So in order to create data share, we have to write create data share and our share name. Let's say we'll name it as sales underscore data share. So here you will see that the object is created. We'll do a commit. In order to see this sales data share, it can be viewed in the system view SVB data share. Select start from SVB data share. So here you will see the share name created and it is going outbound, meaning this Redshift cluster is acting as a producer. Now we'll add the schema, table and view to this data share. So we'll alter this data share. First we'll add the schema. So here alter schema sales successful. We'll commit this. Now we'll add the underlying table. Alter data share sales data share, add table and the table name. Alter table is also successful. And lastly, we'll add the view. For view, we don't have to write anything. We have to just write add and the view name. So here you will see that the alter executed successfully. We'll do a commit. You can see these entries in another system view called HVB Datashare Objects. Select start from SVB Datashare Objects. So here you will see that the share name is this. In that share name we have added the schema sales, table sales data and view sales data view. Once the data share is created and the objects are added to the data share, the only part left on the producer side is to provide access to the consumer Redshift. So in order to do that, we'll provide the usage, grant usage on data share, our data share name to name space and the namespace of the consumer. So there are two ways you can get the namespace of the of a Redshift. First, what you can do, you can go to the AWS console and you can get the namespace from here. Or you can just write select current namespace on the Redshift cluster of which you need the namespace and you will get the same. So we have gotten the namespace from console. We'll run this now. So it says that grant on datashare cannot run inside a transaction block. So in order to resolve this, we will just on our auto commit, set auto commit on. Auto commit is enabled and now I will run it again. So grant is executed successfully. Now we'll log in into the consumer Redshift and we'll write select star from SVB datashares. This is the system table. It's datashares. So here you see that we got the share name here. It doesn't have any consumer database built on top of it, and the share type is inbound, meaning the data is coming to this consumer Redshift. And if we run the same here on the producer side, it says the share type is outbound, meaning we are sharing or the data is flowing outwards to the consumer. Again, back to the consumer Redshift. So we can't access this share directly. We have to build a consumer database on top of it in order to access this. So we'll create a database, sales database. We'll create it from datashare this of account. The producer account name you will get it from here. Namespace. Namespace you can also get from here. Once written, we will run this. Again, it says that create database cannot run inside a transaction block. We'll on our auto commit here also. Set auto commit on. Auto commit is enabled and we'll run this database query. So you will see the database is created here. And again, if I run this system view, I'll see the consumer database here is populated with the sales database. Once the database is created, we can access the tables and views of the producer using just the select query. Select star from our database name dot the table name from the producer. So here you will see that we are able to access. We can also access the view. Okay, we are able to see the data here. So now this is the first scenario. Now let's look at when the consumer is in different AWS account. So for the second scenario in which the consumer Redshift is in different AWS account, will provide the access from the producer for the same. So currently we got the data share created in which we have added these objects. Now the only part that is left is to provide access to the consumer. So we'll write grant usage on data share this to account instead of namespace. Namespace being used when the cluster is in same AWS account and account being used when they are in different. to account and the account name of the consumer. I'll copy it from here. Let me on the auto commit first. Now we have provided the access from the producer. One more thing that we need to do is we have to log in into the AWS account in which the producer exists. Once logged in, we'll go in the left hand side menu under Datashare. There is one option in my account, and we are able to see the data share here, sales data share. And here you will see that it is written action required. Action action to authorize the access for the consumer. I will click here and I will click on authorize. There are two options for table if you want to provide access as read only or as in read and write. Will provide access as read only, and the data share is now authorized. Now what we will be doing is we will be going on the consumer AWS. We'll click on these three dots. I will refresh this first. I will again go to data share here, and in here I will go from other accounts, like we are accepting the data share. So here again action required is written, so in which I'll click on this and I will associate this data share that is coming from producer to one of the namespace of the consumer. First we'll add the region, that is US East 1, and when I do that there is only one consumer cluster, and I will add the region and I will associate it. Once this is done, I will go to the consumer Redshift and I will create the database. Before that, if we view the data share, we'll see here that the share is existing and it is an inbound type from the producer that we created in. But the consumer database is missing. So we'll write create database name sales underscore database from data share this, and this data share is an off account producer account, removing the white spaces and the namespace of the producer Redshift. So create database this from data share this of account this and namespace this. Auto commit must be on in order to create a database. Auto commit has been enabled and I will create the database. and the database is also created. Now we can access the table and view created in the product in the producer Redshift. Select star from the database name dot. I will copy the name. I will copy the name from here, and if I run this, I will be able to see the table data. Also the view data. So there is one extra authorization step while providing access to consumer Redshift, that is in different AWS account. And that's all for this video. I will link all the necessary documentation in the description. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment. We'll answer the same. Thank you for watching this video.